Unlike some coins that feature intricate artwork or rotating themes, the reverse of this coin remains plain and functional. The same denomination is displayed boldly to make the coin easy to identify during daily transactions. The emphasis was on practicality rather than decorative art. 5. Historical context: Kenya in the 1990s. The mid to late 1990s were a period of significant economic and political transition in Kenya. President Daniel Arap Moi was in power, leading Kenya through reforms, structural adjustments, and political liberalization. During this era, Kenya's currency was also modernized. The central bank introduced bimetallic coins to combat counterfeiting and reduce the wear and tear associated with paper banknotes of lower denominations. The 5 shillings coin replaced the 5 shilling note, which was being phased out due to short circulation life and high replacement costs. The choice of a national coat of arms rather than a portrait was also politically strategic. By using symbols rather than faces, the currency avoided appearing partisan and better represented all Kenyans. 6. Symbolism of the coat of arms. The coat of arms on the coin tells a deep story about Kenya's identity. The shield and spears represent defense and readiness to protect sovereignty. The cockerel holding an axe, displayed in the center of the shield, symbolizes Kenya's agricultural heritage and the call to work hard for prosperity. The 2 lions represent strength, courage, and guardianship. The motto Harambee underscores Kenya's philosophy of pulling together as one people to build the nation. By featuring this emblem on the 5 shillings coin, Kenya reinforced its message of unity and development to every citizen handling the currency. 7. Mintage and circulation. The 1997 5 shillings coin was minted in large quantities to ensure widespread use in daily transactions. It quickly became one of the most commonly used coins in Kenya due to its convenient value. Whether used for bus fares, market purchases, or small change, it circulated heavily throughout the country. While the exact mintage numbers were not widely published, this issue is considered common in circulation but increasingly scarce in uncirculated or proof condition. Coins that have been preserved in pristine state are now sought after by collectors. 8. Collectible value. Today, the 1997 Kenyan 5 shillings coin is not particularly rare in circulated condition. However, numismatists, coin collectors, often prize coins that remain in mint state, MS, or proof-like condition, have sharp details with no scratches or discoloration, exhibit strong contrast between the brass core and nickel ring. In Kenya, its face value remains 5 shillings, but in international markets, especially among collectors of African coins, an uncirculated coin may sell for $2 to $10, depending on condition. If part of a full set of 1990s Kenyan coins, its value can increase significantly. 9. Significance in African. The 1997 Kenyan 5 shillings coin is more than just a piece of currency. It represents Kenya's economic journey, its heritage, and the pride of a young nation building its identity. In this script, we will explore the story behind this coin, its design, its metal composition, its meaning, and why collectors still value it today. 1. Background and introduction. Kenya's currency system has undergone several transformations since gaining independence from British colonial rule in 1963. Coins have always been a physical representation of sovereignty and progress. The Kenyan shilling, abbreviated as KES, became the country's official currency in 1966, replacing the East African shilling at par. Over time, the denominations and designs evolved to reflect Kenya's growing economy and cultural heritage. The 5 shillings coin of 1997 belongs to the third generation of Kenya's coinage, issued by the Central Bank of Kenya, CBK. Unlike earlier issues that bore portraits of Kenya's first president, Jomo Kenyatta, this series featured a bimetallic design with the national coat of arms instead of a leader's image. This design shift signaled a move toward national symbols rather than political figures, emphasizing unity and patriotism over personality cults. 2. Physical description of the coin. The 1997 5 shillings coin is a bimetallic coin, meaning it consists of 2 different metals combined into one. This was a major improvement in security and durability compared to earlier single metal coins. Here are the main features. Diameter, approximately 24 millimeters. Weight, around 6.8 grams. Shape, round. Edge, milled, reeded. Composition. Outer ring, copper nickel. Inner core, brass. This combination gives the coin its distinctive two-tone appearance, with a silvery outer ring and a golden inner core. The bimetallic design also makes it harder to counterfeit. 3. Obverse design, national pride. On the obverse side, front, the coin proudly features the coat of arms of Kenya, flanked by two lions holding spears and a traditional African shield. Below the shield, a ribbon bears the national motto Harambee, which means, "Let us all pull together." This word symbolizes Kenya's spirit of unity and collective effort toward development. Above the coat of arms is the denomination 5 in bold, representing the coin's value. Surrounding the inner brass core, along the copper-nickel ring, are the inscriptions. Republic of Kenya on the upper perimeter. 5 shillings 1997 on the lower perimeter. This layout reflects national sovereignty while clearly indicating the coin's value and year of issue. 11. Kenya's coinage before 1997, a quick history. Before the introduction of the bimetallic coins, Kenya's currency prominently featured the image of Jomo Kenyatta, the nation's first president. After independence in 1963, the East African shilling was phased out and replaced by the Kenyan shilling in 1966. Early coins were relatively simple. Denominations included 5 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents, 1 shilling, and 5 shillings. Designs focused on portraits of leaders and national symbols such as the coat of arms and agricultural products. Coins were minted in copper, nickel, and bronze alloys. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, inflation reduced the purchasing power of small coins, and higher value denominations such as the 5 shillings were needed in coin form. At this point, the Central Bank of Kenya decided to modernize the coinage both for durability and to showcase national symbols rather than individual leaders. 12. The transition to bimetallic coinage. The move to bimetallic coins was both practical and symbolic. Practical reasons. Durability: coins last longer than notes, making them more cost-efficient. Anti-counterfeiting: bimetallic coins are much harder to forge because they require specialized minting technology. Recognition: the distinct color and feel make these coins easy to identify by touch and sight. Symbolic reasons. Neutrality: using the coat of arms avoided political controversy surrounding which leaders should appear on money. National pride: symbols, rather than portraits, unify the people around common heritage and values. 13. The minting process. The 1997 5 shillings coin was produced using high-precision technology. Here's an overview of how bimetallic coins are typically minted. Step 1. Preparing the metal blanks. 2 separate metal discs, 1 brass for the center and 1 copper nickel for the outer ring, are cut and polished. Step 2. Fitting the metals. The inner brass core is inserted into the outer ring under extreme pressure. Step 3. Striking the design. Powerful minting presses strike the coin with thousands of kilograms of pressure, imprinting the coat of arms, denomination, and text. Step 4. Quality control. Finished coins are inspected for flaws such as misalignment, weak strikes, or incorrect metal composition. Errors are rare in bimetallic minting because of the strict quality controls. If errors do occur, such as off-center strikes or missing cores, they become extremely valuable to collectors. 14. Kenya's economic climate in 1997. To understand this coin's significance, it helps to look at Kenya's economy in the mid-1990s. Inflation pressures: the shilling had weakened compared to the US dollar, which pushed the central bank to use coins for higher denominations. Structural reforms: Kenya was implementing economic liberalization programs under advice from the World Bank and IMF. Political reforms. After years of single-party rule, Kenya had reintroduced multi-party democracy in 1991, and the L.